Beneath the sunlit plains of Cappadocia lies a hidden world, a sprawling subterranean city carved deep into volcanic rock. This is Derinkuyu, a marvel of ancient engineering and resilience. Stretching 85 meters below the surface, it housed up to 20,000 people along with their livestock and provisions, offering refuge from a hostile world above. Its rediscovery in 1963 was no less extraordinary than the city itself. A man, renovating his home, struck a wall that gave way to a void. Imagine his astonishment as he uncovered a labyrinth forgotten by time. Scholars believe the city was deliberately sealed, either to protect it from invaders or as its inhabitants abandoned underground life. Over centuries it faded into local legend, its true scale obscured until that fateful discovery. Derinkuyu wasn't merely a collection of caves, it was an underground metropolis built with precision. Rolling stone doors weighing hundreds of kilograms could be moved by a single person from within, sealing off sections to thwart invaders. Narrow tunnels forced attackers into single file, leaving them vulnerable to defenders who knew the layout. Air flowed through ventilation shafts extending to the deepest levels, ensuring the city's inhabitants could breathe, even when besieged. But why did a civilization go to such extraordinary lengths to live underground? Was it the unrelenting invasions that plagued the region, the threat of volcanic eruptions, or the unforgiving extremes of Cappadocia's climate? Perhaps all three. Derinkuyu was more than a shelter. It was a fortress of survival and ingenuity designed not just to protect but to endure and outlast the chaos above. Cappadocia's landscape is breathtaking, but beneath its beauty lies a harsh reality. The summers scorch with unforgiving heat, the winters bite with freezing winds, and violent storms tear through the open plains. For those who called this region home, survival above ground was fraught with danger. The people of Derinkuyu faced a choice. Endure these challenges on the surface or seek refuge deep within the earth. They chose the latter, finding stability in the volcanic rock beneath their feet. Underground, temperatures remained a constant 13 to 15 degrees Celsius, an environment immune to the extremes above. This natural climate control wasn't just a comfort, it was critical for survival. Food supplies, such as grains and dried fruits, could last far longer in the cool, stable air. Salted meats, stored in insulated chambers, resisted spoilage without the need for modern preservation methods. The rock itself acted as a natural insulator, turning their subterranean world into a self-sustaining fortress. Why did they choose Cappadocia for this underground haven? The answer lies in the region's unique geology. The volcanic rock, known as tuff, was soft enough to carve yet durable enough to support vast chambers and intricate passageways. It wasn't just a material, it was a lifeline, offering the perfect balance of practicality and longevity. By retreating underground, the inhabitants of Derinkuyu transformed nature's challenges into advantages. In a world of scorching summers and frigid winters, they built a stable refuge that defied the elements. This was more than adaptation, it was ingenuity at its finest, a testament to humanity's ability to thrive in even the harshest conditions. Water is life. For the people of Derinkuyu, ensuring a reliable supply deep underground was a challenge met with astonishing ingenuity. Hidden beneath the city were wells that tapped into subterranean rivers, providing clean, fresh water. These wells weren't just vital for survival, they were strategically designed. Accessible only from within the city, they were protected from contamination and sabotage, even during prolonged sieges. Derinkuyu's people could drink, cook, and clean, no matter how dire the circumstances above. Equally impressive was their mastery of food storage. Grains were safeguarded in insulated granaries, where the cool, dry environment kept them free from pests and spoilage. Dried fruits and salted meats were carefully preserved in clay jars designed to last through seasons of hardship. Every item was stored with precision, ensuring no resource went to waste. How did they achieve such resourcefulness? The volcanic tuff itself provided natural insulation, maintaining cool and stable conditions that extended the life of stored provisions. This foresight wasn't limited to survival. It was about thriving in an unforgiving world. Derinkuyu wasn't just a shelter, it was a carefully engineered ecosystem. By anticipating every challenge, the inhabitants of Derinkuyu turned an underground labyrinth into a model of resilience. Each well, granary, and storage chamber stands as a testament to their ingenuity, reminding us that survival isn't just about reacting, it's about preparing for the unthinkable. How do you keep 20,000 people breathing in a city buried 85 meters underground? For the inhabitants of Derinkuyu, the answer lay in one of their most ingenious feats of engineering, its ventilation system. Over 50 vertical shafts carved with precision into volcanic rock crisscrossed the city, drawing fresh air into even its deepest chambers. These shafts weren't randomly placed. They were meticulously positioned to create a natural airflow system that allowed the entire underground network to breathe. But air wasn't their only challenge. Cooking fires, essential for preparing food and keeping warm, produced smoke that had to be dispersed without betraying the city's location to enemies above. The builders devised hidden channels to carry smoke away from living areas and release it inconspicuously into the open air. This dual-purpose system ensured the city remained both livable and undetectable, even during a siege. What's remarkable is how these systems achieved such efficiency without modern tools. Using only basic techniques and an intimate understanding of the natural environment, the builders of Derinkuyu created a design that remains a marvel of simplicity and effectiveness. Without these lifelines, survival underground would have been impossible. In Derinkuyu, air wasn't just a necessity. It was a carefully managed resource, as critical as food or water. By mastering the unseen forces that sustain life, its inhabitants turned an inhospitable environment into a sanctuary. This was no ordinary feat, it was survival elevated to an art form. Surviving underground wasn't just about sustaining people, it was about sustaining a delicate ecosystem. Livestock played a vital role in Derinkuyu's survival, providing milk, meat, eggs, and even wool. But keeping animals alive and healthy in an underground city was no simple task. Ingeniously, stables were placed near the upper levels of the city where ventilation shafts ensured fresh air circulated to prevent the buildup of harmful gases and maintain breathable conditions. Feeding these animals required meticulous planning. Hay, straw, and feed were stored in adjacent chambers, carefully rationed to last through prolonged sieges. Nothing was left to chance. Every measure was taken to ensure that no resource was wasted. Even waste management was carefully controlled. Designated chambers kept animal waste isolated from living and storage spaces, preventing contamination of air, water, and food supplies. This integration of livestock wasn't just practical, it was ingenious. By incorporating animals into their survival strategy, the people of Derinkuyu created a self-sustaining ecosystem. The stables and feed chambers weren't just survival mechanisms, they were essential threads in a delicate balance that allowed life to thrive beneath the earth. Derinkuyu wasn't simply an underground city, it was a world unto itself. Its builders turned the challenges of living below the surface into opportunities for innovation. In every stable, storage room, and waste chamber lies a story of foresight and adaptability, a testament to a civilization that turned necessity into triumph.